Everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Pauline Newman. In 2023, I'd lost 170 pounds and I've gained it back. This time around, I wanted to go a different route. So my doctor and I decided, let's go with a GLP-1. And specifically, we went with tirzepatide or ZEPBOUND. What is ZEPBOUND? It's an injectable prescription medication used for weight loss and weight management and to treat moderate to severe obstructive sleep apnea in adults with obesity. My doctor started me on 2.5 milligrams. And I have to say, I did not expect the results that I got. So why did I choose this route? It's just simply plain and simple. I needed help. I needed to calm my mind. I needed to quell those food noises, the food cravings. For me, growing up, food has always been my comfort. Some people want to buy clothes, shoes, makeup, fragrance. I turned to food. Food was my comfort. If I'm happy, food. If I was sad, food. If I was in between, food. And it was always natural. And when you grew up in the islands, food has always been the way we greet you. You come to the house and we feed you. Food is where we have community around food, around the table. So everything is just surrounded with food. Every action, every event is just all food. I'm not blaming that because I'm a foodie. I love it. However, everything in moderation. So, for me, as I mentioned in my last video, when I turn to food, and especially if it's something that is just sweet and wonderful, right? That first bite is just plain euphoria. And I've heard other people say, once they're eating breakfast, they're always thinking, what's for lunch? Meanwhile, I just put the first bite in my mouth and I'm thinking, before even finished chewing, I'm thinking, I should have gotten two. I should have gotten a second helping. I should have gotten a second serving. That's how my mind works. And then when it's over, I'm thinking, okay, what's for lunch? What am I going to get for lunch? That's how my mind works. And then when I'm eating lunch, I'm thinking, okay, what am I going to have for dinner? And then while eating dinner, I'm thinking, I feel for something nice. That is so Jamaican. We always feel for something nice. That is such a Jamaican trait. And just so the cycle just continues, right? And it's so overwhelming and so overpowering that you have to succumb to it. You have to succumb to those cravings. And that has been me my entire life. And so I knew that this route would be the best route for me, going on a GLP-1. So my monthly, let me just tell you my experience so far. I have all my notes here. So reactions or side effects. I have not experienced any side effects. I did notice that I felt extra cold, but then again, I'm always cold. If you shake my hands, it's always cold. And so that may not be ZEPBOUND. That just may have enhanced it, but I'm anemic, so I'm always cold. There were a couple moments where the food cravings were there for that first month, but it wasn't anything that was overwhelming or overpowering. I just made sure that I continue drinking my water. I drink a gallon and a half per day, and after each meal, typical Jamaican, I drink a cup of tea. So every time I feel those urges, I would just fill up on water and they're gone. And it never lasts. It never lasts. It wasn't like before where it just remained. This time it was just like that and then it was gone. I was able to ignore it, and I felt so powerful because I was able to do that, and that's with the help of ZEPBOUND. I did not exercise once. I know, I didn't exercise. And before I continue, let me just do the disclaimer, and I should have done this at the beginning of the video. This is my story. This is the route my doctor and I decided to take. My story. Do you understand that? Mine. Whatever route you decide to go, that's your choice, your decision. I don't judge. Do you? So before you start on a GLP medication or any type of weight loss journey, please check with your doctor or healthcare professional. And remember, don't judge. Don't judge. Now the foods. I ate whole foods. I used the meal plan that I was on when I lost the 170 pounds back in 2023. I used those meal plans. I paid for them, so I used them. And I made sure I educated myself on this time around. I had to do the work of how much protein should I have for somebody my size, my height? How much fiber, how much carbohydrates, how much fat? When I was doing it all naturally back in 2023, I didn't have to think about it because the coach did my nutrition plan. She did my supplements. She did everything. So everything on my meal plan was 3 ounces, 3 ounces. Everything was there for me. I didn't have to think. This time around on this GLP-1, I have to think for myself and look up how much protein should I consume for my body, for my height, to sustain me, and so that I don't have those issues, those reactions that everybody keep talking about. So my protein for my size, it says 169 grams of protein. Do I ever get to 169? Maybe twice. But usually it's about 120. For my size, for fiber, I am consuming 30 grams of fiber per day. And that's all I look at. I look at the protein and I look at the fiber. Once I hit that, I don't care about anything else. And of course, my water intake. I don't drink anything else. I only drink water. 1 gallon to 1.5 gallons of water every day. And of course, my supplements. But that's it. I don't drink anything else. And I eat every 2.5 hours. But sometimes I have to remind myself. So what I did, I set alarms for every 2 hours. so that I can remember to eat. You will get to the point where you realize you're not hungry, and you will go a long time without eating. But don't let that happen, because you need to get your protein goal. You need to eat enough protein. And I eat at a calorie deficit. If you don't know what that means, Google it. I eat at a calorie deficit, and I make sure that I track everything that I eat in MyFitnessPal. When I started, I made sure I joined the ZEPBOUND group on Reddit, and they gave me such great tips. So I downloaded this app called Me360, and it does a full body scan and then gives you your all the measurements from your body surface, everything, and I'll go through that with you. So how much weight did I lose? Well, before I tell you that, let me tell you what the body scan said. So on May 24th, when I did my first scan, my body fat was 57.7%. My chest was 57.4 inches. Stomach was 62.3 inches. Waist was 53.9 inches. Hips 65.7 inches. Left bicep 20.7 inches. Right bicep 20.0 inches. Pauline, just say 20 inches. And it says body surface area 30.6. In June, at the end of, which is the 1 month mark, my body fat was 56.6%, chest 56.6 inches, stomach was 60.5 inches, waist 53.3 inches, hips 62.7 inches, left bicep 19.9 inches, right bicep 19.2, body surface area 29.7. Okay, so what are the differences? So for body fat, I had a 1.1% loss. Chest, I lost 1.2 inches. My stomach, 1.8 inches. Waist, 0.6 inch loss. My hips, 3 inches. Left bicep and right bicep, 0.8 inches. And I lost on my body surface area 0.9. Now, and I will show my before and after. So how much weight did I lose totally? When I started at 430.8 pounds. My current weight is 408 pounds. That was the current weight in June 24th. And the weight loss was a total of 22 pounds. Again, this is my story. This is the route I want to take. So if you decide to do something like this, consult your doctor, consult your healthcare professional. So that's it for my 1 month results on ZEPBOUND 2.5 milligram. If you would prefer to have a weekly weigh-in update instead of a 1 month results update, please let me know in the comments, and I'll certainly do that going forward. So thank you so much. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. And again, we don't judge here. Everybody do you. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.